Hey guys, and welcome back to my channel. Just Lost JC here. So as you can see, we in the mirror, we in the bathroom. We're about to do something a little bit different. So what I'm going to be doing on camera today is finger detangling my hair. This is a sort of do my hair with me. You know how people do get ready with me, and I did a get ready with me last time on my channel, and you guys seem to really appreciate it. So I was like, you know what? Let me do one where I'm doing my hair. And the main things that I want to talk to you about. So first of all, let me tell you guys what I'm going to be using in this finger detangle little session. The first thing I'm going to be using is this Tostino's Chunky Salsa. Try salsa in your hair, guys. Gets it growing. I'm joking. Do not do that. I just use this case. But for those of you guys that are OGs out there and you stuck around my channel from the beginning, you know that I made a video talking about, oh, it's hard to open this, my Ayurvedic hair mask treatment that I like doing. This is it. I just store it in this glass bottle and store it in the fridge. So I'm going to be using this. Typically, I would only use this and my like VO5 conditioner and my tea tree tingle conditioner, depending on how I feel and what I need. But because I'm going to be having my hair in a protective style, I'm going to be doing crochet locks, as some of you guys know. Right after this, once my hair dries, that's the next style that's going in. So I want to add a little bit of extra oomph on there. So we're going to use Shea Moisture because you know they canceled. We're going to use their hair mask, their 10-in-1 Renewal System hair mask. And I really like this stuff. It's real. This gets your hair super moisturized and that. Super moisturized. And that's kind of what I need if I'm thinking of having my hair braided for a long period of time. So this is typically a very long process, as you guys may know. So, you know, I'm glad to have y'all around. Usually I'm just like watching something on YouTube. Anyway, so these are the two sections. This is the two sections in the back that I'm going to be doing. So I just put one up. And I'm going to get started on this one, detangling with you. And the main purpose of this is I'm going to be telling you guys what I feel about the Ayurvedic hair conditioner that I made. So many of you guys have questions. Hold on, I just need to wet my hair. So I just dunked my hair. Sometimes I go in with the spray buckle, the little spray buckle and that. Yo, guys, like the way my bathroom is set up, it's not meant for filming in here. It's really not. Like this is the small mirror that I use. It's right by the door, so there's like no way to position the camera behind me so that you don't like see my face when I get close. Like this is what I'm working with, but I'm making it work because I still want to show you guys certain things. And I know that you guys have been asking me to like show you how I wash. Just so you know, what I just put in my hair was some VO5 conditioner. I just like to start with that. I don't know why. But anyway, some of you guys have been asking me to, you know, show you guys what I do in the shower, like my full wash day routine. But the way my shower is set up, there's no light in there. Like if I try to film, it's dark, it's right by the door, there's literally nowhere to position my camera. So I don't know, that is gonna have to wait until I get maybe a different place or a different bathroom. I don't know. I don't really know. Also, what I just put in my hair is some of the Ayurvedic conditioner. Just stick my finger, this is how it looks. Yummy. Smells very, 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 very strong. Very strong. But yeah, I just kind of schmoozed that in there, as you guys know. But yes, at this point, I'm just focusing on the actual hair strands. Because, you know, I do like to get this conditioner on my scalp. Because I know it helps with that. Because a lot of the ingredients that I added in were supposed to help with thickening hair and hair growth, and those kind of things happen at the root, not on the length of the hair. But first we gotta make sure we get all these tangles out. So my hair was actually in a twist out. And just so you guys know, this is exactly what I do when I'm doing my hair. Like I have my hair in twists for 2.5 weeks at this point. I take my twists out, I do a twist out for the other half of the week, so like 3 days, and then I section off my twisted out hair into 6 different sections, and I come straight into the bathroom and start this routine. I don't have a pre-poo. I don't have any like method where maybe I go in the bathroom first and wash my hair. Like this is, I just get straight into the detangling of my like dirty, twisted out hair. That's my first step. So I just want you guys to come along with me on my first step. There's no prep that goes into this. Literally, I went to the doctor today, the hospital, just to get my general checkup. I had my hair in my twist and pulled them back in a little bun. That was it. Not a little bun, because it's my huge twist, so it's not so little. It looks kind of weird, but hey, I don't always like to have my hair out, especially if I know I'm going to be washing it later that day. It's like, what's the point of taking it out to make it look slightly better, to go out for 20 minutes or an hour or whatever, and then have to come back and twist it into the 6 sections again. It's just not worth it. It's just not worth it. So I don't do that. I just like tie back my 6 chunky twists and hope it looks somewhat presentable. I mean, I'm fine walking around like that, but some people might not be, so you know, you can have a hat on if you feel comfortable with that. Whatever's clever for you, because you know, everybody's journey is different. What everybody's comfortable with is different. So man, I love this stuff, but it works really well when your hair is more wet. The more wet, the better. So of course I'm spraying it some more. And of course the spray bottle I just filled up from the sink with some water. Grabbed some more of the conditioner, some warm water or hot, whatever. And now you can see the back section of my hair is really taking to it. So yeah, about the Ayurvedic conditioner, so many people have asked me questions about it. I love it. I still use it till this day. I think it's very affordable, considering for the Shea Moisture conditioner that I just showed you guys. I want to say I spent about $16 on that. I can't remember exactly, 16 bucks. But in order to make this conditioner that I'm using, the Ayurvedic one, it costs less than what, $5 a bottle of it, or every time I make it, it costs less than $5, because you know, you're using the powders. You use like tablespoons of the powder. You use a bunch of cheapy conditioners maybe to fill it in, like VO5 or Tea Tree Tingle, which both cost either $2 or $4, you know. So you're making this big pot. I don't make it that big. I don't fill up this Tostino's container. I like to do it half, just so I'm making it more often. I don't know, I like a fresher batch. This is not a fresh batch. I've had this batch for the last 2 times I've washed my hair, I think. And I'll probably still have some more, because I don't use that much. I feel like my hair, it takes to not much product. Like, well, let me not say that, because I might be just throwing the products in there. By the end of this video, I've used like so much, and everyone's like, but I thought you said you don't use product. Oh, okay. So I'm not gonna say that, but for some reason I don't run through conditioners that easily. I'm not one of those girls that's like, oh my god, I have to buy a bottle of conditioner every other wash day. Like, no, it lasts pretty long for me. Maybe because I use so many, like a little bit of so many conditioners, maybe that's why. But yeah, I have a little bit of a snag here, so I try and separate, you know, pull out what I can. I figured there'd be some more knots in my hair this time because of the fact that it was really humid in New York and raining a lot this week, so my twist out shrunk up with the quickness. Okay. And I like the way it looked, but like, you know, I figured it might be a little bit more knotty, and it kind of is, but it's okay. Be getting that shedding out too, dang. Look at this, coming out in clumps. Nah, I'm joking. But yeah, so this is what we're doing now. Deep conditioning. And I love this stuff. I've come to even like the smell of it. And some people ask about the flakes and stuff because they found that it leaves flakes or something in their hair. For me, maybe it does leave flakes. I don't really notice that much, you know? It's not like anything visible where I'm taking my hair, I'm like, oh my god, I can see all these like white flakes or these gray flakes. I don't really see much. I think when I do notice it is when I'm twisting my hair. Like when my hair is dried and I've detangled all of it and I've washed it and it's dry, and then I'm doing like my mini twist, the twist that I show you. I have a whole tutorial on how I do my mini twist, so I'm going to link that below. I'm also going to link the DIY of this conditioner, like the recipe and stuff, for those of you guys that do not know what I'm talking about and are like, how can I make this for myself? Don't worry, I got you. But yeah, I'm going to link that down below for you guys. But yeah, when I'm doing those twists, sometimes as I'm separating the hair, I'll be like, oh, look at these like flakes. I don't really attribute it to this conditioner because I feel like I notice like little flakes like that even when I don't use that conditioner, because I don't know, maybe I don't wash out all my conditioner completely. So I would say just be more thorough when you're washing your hair out. For me, it doesn't matter too much. I don't mind a little bit of conditioner lingling. Is that a language? Anyway, I don't mind a little bit of my conditioner lingering in my hair. I just feel like it's not doing much harm. But I definitely don't try and leave it on purpose. But I wash it out. I don't take extra time to make sure like every bit is out and all this other stuff. Like, it's fine by me. And my hair is pretty dark, so maybe that's why. Actually, no, that doesn't make sense, because if it was dark and the flakes were light, you would see it even more than someone that has light hair. But yeah, for me, I don't notice the flakes. I no longer notice the smell. I've become so accustomed to it at this point that it's like, it's just a part of it. So yeah, add a little bit more water, and I'm gonna add a little bit more of this to the section. Let me show you guys. Hard to show you how this is. Hopefully you guys can see a little bit better. This is what we're looking at this moment in time. And it just feels great when you're able to do that, because you know that, and you saw how quick that was, or this was. Granted, I will say that the back of my hair is much easier to detangle, I find, than the top. The top is very like, the front, oh my god, guys, it's very straight looking and like looser kind of curl pattern, I guess. But the thing about it is it just feels very stringy. It almost feels like straw up there, I guess, because of that. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm taking some of this conditioner. As you can see, the DIY Ayurvedic conditioner really helped me detangle basically all the tangles in the back section. This, I'm just adding in there because I want that extra moisture. This thing, sis, when you use this, you know that you used it when you washed your hair out, because you just feel, it feels, I don't know, it feels almost like it's coated. And I know there's no silicone in it, but it almost feels like it. And if you have thinner hair, it's one of those things that might, and that's why a lot of people that with 4B, 4C hair love this. And I've noticed that people that have looser curl textures, when I watch reviews on that Shea Moisture 10-in-1 renewal system before I bought it, people with looser textures really hated it. They said it felt very heavy, and then people with 4C, 4B hair tended to like the conditioner. Luckily, I decided to go for myself and try out what I wanted to try, because I was seeing a lot of curlier hair girls or looser textures hair girls saying it was terrible and it doesn't really work. So I was like, oh man, maybe I shouldn't get it. But then I think I watched 1 or 2 videos, definitely the minority, where people with kinkier textures were saying that they liked it. And I feel like a lot of people with kinkier textures just don't buy this particular Shea Moisture product, and they don't try it because there's so many videos online of people saying they don't like it. There's not many people that review it, so they just assume it's bad. But like the few 4B, 4C people that I were able to find that used it, most of them liked it. And so I was like, well, I'm gonna just try it out and see what happens, and if I get it from Target, I can return it. And I ended up loving it. It is very thick. You can feel it on your hair after you've washed it out. It does feel like you used that conditioner. And that is probably why people with looser textures don't like it. Because if they're doing something like a wash and go, you don't want it to look all stringy and like heavy and like you have a whole bunch of product on your hair. You want it to be fluffy and bouncy and stuff like that. But for someone like me that twists my hair, look at this. You see, I don't know. Both of these products combined, I've never actually used them together, but it's creating like this stringy effect. I think you guys could see that, the clumping thing. Now, this also happens because I finger detangle. If I didn't finger detangle, sis, the comb would just rake through all of this. But honestly, the curl pattern and stuff of the hair doesn't really matter to me, because like I said, I'm having my hair cornrowed to do my crochet locks. Actually, I'm not sure if it's going to be cornrowed. I'm still trying to figure out the method that I want to use. I've been watching a lot of videos, guys, on different methods of how to do it, and I think I have an idea. I think I'm going to do like half one way and half the other way, like the front of my hair, more like free parts kind of style, individual style, and then the back cornrow, because let's be real, I'm lazy, and it's not that deep to me, so we'll see. But I'm going to have a video up all about that. So yeah, this is this section one and done. I'm done with the back section. I know I'm going to be editing this video, so I'm going to look at the time stop and tell you guys how much time. It just said 13 minutes. So it took me 13 minutes to do this back section. And again, the back section is a much tighter curl for me. And because it's a tighter curl, it's easier to clump up. It's easier to get into its sections and separate and start detangling. So I always find the back sections to be super easy to detangle. And that's why I divide my hair into 6 sections, because I try to keep the different textures kind of, I don't know, I like to work with the different textures separately. The back, I know that I'm able to like run my fingers through it and, you know, be a little bit more quick with it because of the fact that it's easier to clump, it's easier to detangle, so I know I can work quick with that section. Whereas the middle section, it is the second tightest curl. It's just a lot in that middle section. The way I divided it, I have a lot, but it has very similar texture. That section has a very similar texture to, I guess, all the hairs in that section, so I like to keep that together. And the front has, to me, a drastically different texture because it's very stringy. It's a smaller section than the middle, but it sometimes takes almost as long. Actually, no, I'm lying. The middle section takes really long because it's just really big. It's a chunky section. Like, it's a lot. It's a lot of meat. But I like doing it that way so that when I get to the front, I'm like, whew, I'm almost done. I don't feel too stressed. And I really got to take my time with the front, so I don't want to feel stressed and stuff. I want to feel like, whoo, I'm almost at the end. Because if I start being rough with it, things are going to be snap, crackling, and popping because of the fact that it is stringier and it's a bit harder. I don't know why. You would think where it was a looser texture that it'd be easier to detangle there, whereas the back, the kitchen, quote unquote, would be harder, but that's not what I found to be. It's very weird. The front, it needs some time. And it's weird because the front has 2 different textures too. Like the side front here is very like kinky and curly, but not like the back. It's not like kinky and a tighter texture, easier to detangle. It's like kinky and like harder to detangle. It's so weird, and it shrinks up so much. Like this side section of my hair, when it's wet, is like here. It's super, I love it. It's super cute. It's so weird. But the top section, like this side, this side, they'll be long and like stringy. So it'll be like up to here when it's wet. And I guess in its like wet state. Whereas this side in this wet state will be shrinking up to here when I'm detangling, and I'm literally like, when I get to this one, I'm like, it's so bizarre. But I like it. I will say when I was using conditioners, so obviously guys, I've moved on to this secciones. Yeah, let me put it like this section. So, finished with this side, moving on to this side. I'm gonna dunk my hair. Okay. I have this side wet. I'm going to spray it too. Try and make sure not to get it on the camera or whatever. But yeah, when I first started doing like my natural hair journey, I guess you can say, on this side I'm going to switch it up. I'm going to use a little bit of the tea tree oil for starts. Just a tiny dollop, like so. I don't know why I like to start off coating my hair with a conditioner. I think it's because I know that this conditioner, I put a lot of these conditioners in it, like the VO5 and the tea tree, but because it's sitting in the fridge for a while, I figured maybe some of it's evaporated. Each time I use it, it gets thicker and thicker. So it's like I know some of the water and some of the aloe vera juice and things like that have left it, so I want to make sure that my hair has the same kind of moisture in it. So I just was like, okay, I'll just add the same conditioner that it's inside the mixture but outside to start off with. Anyway, when I first started my natural hair journey, as I was saying, and a lot of you guys might know that I've been natural pretty much all my life. I did have a perm until what like when I was in 2nd grade, like 8 or something like that. And my dad was like, nah, we gotta stop this perm thing. Not because he thought it was bad for the hair, but because it was costing money. There's 3 girls in my family. So, like, the whole perm in the hair thing, my dad was like, we ain't got that kind of coin. And my mom was like, fine, whatever. So she had to learn how to braid. Unlike a lot of African, or I should say West African or Nigerian people, women, she did not know how to braid well. She knew how to do, like, single braids and stuff like that, but she didn't really know how to corn braid. She ended up learning that, and she learned to do it mighty well, might I add. Shout out to you, Mom. Props. Because she was really good. I would bring in literally sketches of things that I remember 8th grade, like I was braid queen. I would bring in sketches of braids that I want, and she would be like, all right, sit down. She would always do my hair last because it was like the thickest of all of us. Granted, she didn't have to do 3 heads of hair because my youngest sister has locks and has had locks since she was like 3 or something. She's had them almost, I can't remember her not having locks, so she's had them for a very long time. So my mom twisted her hair. She learned how to twist locks, but she would braid me and my older sister's hair. And now my older sister has no hair. She has a shaved head, but at one point she had locks. She converted to locks when she was in high school or something like that. I was the only one that didn't have locks for a period of time, and now I'm the only one that has my hair like this, freeform natural. The rest of them are natural too. It's just that my sister's hair is short, so it's natural, but it's like she cuts it for like a bald look, and my younger sister's hair is natural, obviously, because she has locks, but she has locks, so yeah, it's just anyway, so I've been natural for a long time, but when I started actually taking care of my hair and reading up about natural hair and trying to grow it and stuff like that, I quickly discovered co-washing, as most people do. They hear about it, you're like, ooh, what's that? Cut out shampoo? Beautiful. So I did. I was cutting out shampoo, but I was still using any conditioner that I found at the 99-cent store. So my hair was definitely building up with silicone. I would notice that it would be a bit dry, and also I noticed that the texture was like, when I stopped using silicones in my hair, the texture difference in my hair was ridiculous. Look at all the shedding, guys. I know I wore a black shirt, but you guys know the Dare shirt, that's my shirt. But yeah, the texture difference was ridiculous. I always thought my hair, I didn't have, like, I knew it was 4B 4C, but it didn't look like everyone else's 4B 4C when it was you know, packed with silicone and all that kind of stuff, and I wasn't really washing out the silicone properly. Also, I just want to show you guys, this is how much hair shed from the back section. Quite a bit, but not as much as when I was actually shedding crazy. I think this is just normal for me. I know some people, they'll be doing their hair, they do not shed at all, and I'm like, I wish. No, my hair comes out. It's like we gonna lose 100 strands a day like we supposed to, sis. Me. But anyway, Sha, like I was saying, the texture difference was crazy because I thought my hair was like a looser curl pattern 4B, 4C hair, more leaning towards 4B actually, when I had silicones in it, because it was just, I guess the silicones were weighing down the individual strands, so they never really curled up too much. Even shrinkage, I wouldn't have that much shrinkage when it was humid. Like I would notice some difference, but not the difference that I notice now. So once I stopped using silicones, and after each wash of me not using silicones and not using products with silicones, the texture of my hair to me started to change. I was like, whoa. Even the back was a lot looser, and it started like kinking up and getting like tightly curled, and I was like, oh my god, I love this. The middle section, it became way more difficult to detangle. I've just now gotten the hang, not just now, but I've like in the last few years recently gotten the hang of detangling it in this like new quote unquote texture. But yeah, girl, like, it was getting kinkier, it was shrinking. I loved it though. It looked fuller, it looked less like wavy and stringy, but more full. And I was like, oh my god, I love this. Humidity would affect it so much more. If it was humid in New York, the twist out that I did that would usually stay kind of long and stretched out would be like shrink up there, and I would have a fro, and I'm like, what is going on? It didn't until like my hair completely changed, and I was like, wow, silicones really were changing the texture of my hair out here. Like, really. If I can find any photographs, I don't know, I can't remember when I started the curly. I think I've been doing the curly girl method for 2 years now. So I don't know when I started my Facebook, but that would be where all my pictures are. But I'm gonna look if I could find any of how my texture was then. Guys, you gotta see it. Like, crazy to me. The difference of it. It was way more shiny without having to do much. Like, just shine everywhere. I guess 1, because it's straighter. 2, because there's like silicones all over it. It would just look more shiny. Like, it would go, it would look more shiny when it was shiny, and it would look really dull when it was dull, because you know, like, silicone build up on your hair, it just makes it dry. But when I first washed it and first put the silicones in there, every time, like, I would wash my hair and get the silicone conditioner in there, the shine baby, shiny like diamond. After 2 or 3 days, the shine would go down, it would get really dull. I would put oils in it because it felt dry, of course, because of the silicone. And I do what I could to like preserve the shine, but it wouldn't really preserve. But then when it was wash day, I'd grab my silicone again and dollop it in there, you know, and boom, shine, shine, baby again, shining like diamonds, shining like diamonds. So crazy stuff, guys, crazy stuff. Of course, I'm not saying cut out silicone from your life, like that's not what I'm saying. I'm just saying don't do the co-wash method of just co-washing your hair. Because that's what I did. I was like, co-wash method. And then the co-wash method, you're supposed to shampoo your hair for clarity at least once every 2 wash days or something like that. I just skipped out on that part completely. I didn't really know the meaning or the reasoning behind it. I hate the feeling of my hair being squeaky clean. Even back then when I had silicones, like when I would use a shampoo, whether it's Dr. Bronner's Natural Castor Soap or any other shampoo that I would get, I just didn't like that feeling that it gave me of my hair being squeaky clean. I just don't like it. It would make it very brittle. It would make it want to stick together. It would make it harder to detangle. It would make it very compacted and like dry feeling and like rubbery. I don't know how to explain it, but I don't like that feeling till this day. And so I was like, well, why do I have to do that whole shampoo part if I could just continue co-washing and my hair would feel all slick and shiny and look all slick, be slick to detangle, and be shiny, and I don't have to go through all the clumping and weird matting that shampoo basically did to my hair. So I did just that. I cut it out. This is how my hair is right now as detangling. I don't know, but you see, you're getting it in there. You're getting in the roots, from the rooter to the tutor, as I like to say. Actually, I don't like to say that at all. Yo, you guys can see my ring that I got. If you guys watch my Ghana vlogs, you know that I got this karma ring, which I love and I wear every day. I love it. It's a little O-ring, a little karma ring. When I look down on it, it reminds me that you bring positive energy out, you get positive energy back, you know? Or you could say like karma, what goes around comes around, in like the really warning tone, but I don't like to think of it like that. I like to think about it as what the positive that goes around comes around. And obviously that implies the negative that goes around comes around, but you know, we ain't got to harp on it. So, you know, you always want to be a positive force. You don't have to be the most outgoing social person, like talk to everyone and all that kind of stuff. But at least if you do interact with people, it's a positive experience for both of you guys, and I try and do that. Every time I look down at it, I am reminded, you know. Anywho, you guys can see the detangling game is strong. I'm pretty much done. I'm sure this took another 10 to 13 minutes, but yeah, the back section again, like I said, it's a lot simpler, a lot easier to do. And so I thought I'd do this detangling thing. Now, I'm not going to detangle my whole hair on camera because the rest of these sections will take 2 hours together combined. Like, no. We're not about to do that. I don't have that much battery in this camera, nor do I have that much space. Because why do I need a camera that could record 3 hours straight? I don't, because I'm not about to record myself detangling my whole head. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous. Come on. Somebody tell this guy. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. But yeah, for those of you guys that wondered what my 2 go-to conditioners are, one is definitely this Ayurvedic conditioner, and the other is my Shea Moisture 10-in-1 Renewal Hair Mask. It has a Q in there, I'm pretty sure. Yes, it does. Mask. Those are the 2 that I really like. The Ayurvedic, I still do use it. For those of you guys asking, this is an update for that. I do use that conditioner. As you saw, I demonstrated it in this video. I still love it. I still will continue to use it. And when I run out of the powders, I will re-up. I will order them again. And I will make it again. Because I love it. Anyway, so this is this side. One and done. You can see it gets very clumpy. It just does its own thing, which is great. And sometimes when I have sections like this, like a section that really just clumps up and wants to stay together, I'm like, I don't know, is this a dread or not? So I'll take my thumb and I'll go right through just to make sure. And usually It's not a dread. It's just like a clump of hair, and it's fine. But sometimes I'm like, I gotta be sure, you know, because I'm not too sure about that. But yeah, for the most part, I am good. Let me back up a bit so you guys can see. And just the slip, this Ayurvedic conditioner is so, like, as you're twisting your hair, it's even hard to hold on. It's hard to hang on because it's slipping or whatever. And that's cool. Because just know there's the fenugreek that you put in there. That really, you could really get that slip going, which is great. Use the pads of my fingers. And just get the scalp. Let the scalp get a little tingle. Let the scalp get a little some. Feels me. Okay guys, so that was my video. That's how I detangle my hair, but also I wanted to talk to you guys about the conditioners that you asked me, my 2 deep conditioners, my only 2 deep conditioners. I told you guys about them. I gave you an update on the Ayurvedic, and I just talked a lot, which was fun talking to you guys, so thank you guys for joining me on this. But I'm going to get off camera. I'm going to do the rest of my hair, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Thanks. Bye.